Hold up, did you see what happened in Nigeria this week? Because we just witnessed a masterclass in what real royalty looks like. And trust me, it's not what you think. I'm talking about two very different royal visits to Nigeria that couldn't be more opposite if they tried. One showed us true diplomacy and class, the other, well, let's just say it was more like a reality TV audition gone wrong. What's up, everyone? If you've been following royal news lately, you know there's been some serious drama. But this isn't your typical royal gossip. This is about respect, culture, and what it actually means to represent a country on the world stage. Today we're breaking down two Nigerian visits that show the stark difference between authentic royalty and what I like to call performance royalty. Stick around because this comparison is going to blow your mind. Let me paint you a picture of elegance. Queen Mary of Denmark touched down in Nigeria for a focused, purposeful 2-day official visit. No fanfare, no Instagram moments, just pure professionalism. Here's what real royalty looks like. She met with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the First Lady at the presidential villa. Not for photo ops, but for actual diplomatic discussions. The next day, she rolled up her perfectly tailored sleeves and visited schools in Lagos, championing education and innovation. Can you imagine that? A royal actually doing meaningful work instead of hunting for the perfect selfie angle. But here's what really caught my attention, her wardrobe choices. Every single outfit honored Nigerian culture. We're talking respectful hemlines, vibrant colors that celebrated local traditions, and structured blazers that said I'm here for business, not Instagram likes. Queen Mary came from Tasmania, learned Danish, integrated into royal life without drama, and has never, and I mean never, needed to create headlines to prove her worth. She lets her actions speak louder than any press release ever could. Now, let's rewind to Meghan Markle's Nigerian adventure. Y'all, this was something else entirely. Picture this, showing up to official events in wrinkled linens and barely their dresses that made everyone uncomfortable. I'm not even exaggerating, there was literally a moment where an assistant had to swap shirts with her just so she could be let into certain places. Let that sink in. While Queen Mary was having substantive meetings with government officials, Meghan's itinerary looked more like a personal brand tour. No presidential meetings, no meaningful diplomatic agenda, just awkward photo ops and what appeared to be a very confused approach to cultural sensitivity. Let's talk fashion, because clothes tell a story, especially in diplomatic settings. Queen Mary's approach? Every outfit was a love letter to Nigerian culture. Floral patterns that celebrated local artistry, colors that showed she'd done her homework, and cuts that respected both her position and the local customs. Meghan's wardrobe? It looked like she'd packed for a Coachella afterparty, not a cultural exchange. Red spaghetti strap dresses that belonged at a beach party, not a diplomatic visit. Outfits that screamed look at me instead of I respect where I am. There's a photo that perfectly captures this difference. Queen Mary standing tall with Nigerian dignitaries, looking like she belongs there, dressed appropriately and confidently. Meanwhile, we have images of Meghan in outfits that looked hastily thrown together from a discount rack. This isn't just about fashion, people. This is about respect, preparation, and understanding your role. When you're representing a country, whether it's Denmark or anywhere else, you're not the main character. You're there to build bridges, create connections, and show respect for the culture you're visiting. Queen Mary understood the assignment. She came prepared, dressed appropriately, and focused on meaningful connections. Her visit strengthened Denmark's relationship with Nigeria. The other approach? It felt like a personal branding exercise that missed the entire point of diplomatic visits. Here's what really gets me. Nigeria is an incredible country with rich traditions, brilliant minds, and a culture that deserves respect. When foreign dignitaries visit, it's an opportunity to celebrate that culture and build meaningful relationships. One of these visits honored that. The other didn't quite hit the mark. This comparison shows us something important about modern royalty and public figures. In an age of social media and constant attention-seeking, authentic service and genuine respect stand out even more.